It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Sonic Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a little two-stepping Tuesday up in the hizzy, and it is beautiful outside. And boy, we are busy. We got a top hoot slate tonight. Even in college, you got Illinois playing Alabama tonight, 25th ranked Illinois, 8th ranked Bama. We also got to talk about the NBA slate today. Oh my goodness. Group play is back, people. If you have been paying any attention, the NBA Cup has been much better basketball than your typical regular season, but there is a unbelievable matchup tonight on the TNT. The Cavaliers, 15-0 on the season. Spidey Man, Garland, getting busy, play the defending champs, the Boston Celtics, at TD Garden over in Boston, and Celtics 11-3. That one's going to be, I think, awesome. Don't forget Nuggets. They play the Grizzlies tonight. Memphis is a 3.5-point favorite. We got more good NBA slate action because, man, you got it's just, cup play is just different. It's just different. It's fun. It's got me a little fired up. We're going to talk a little NBA, a little college basketball. Also, what happened to the 76ers? Are they now the Wizards? They're both 2-11 in the NBA. What in the heck happened in Philly? On the other opposite end of the spectrum, we're also doing our NFL power rankings. Man, I will tell you right now, Week 11 in the books, Week 12 on the horizon, and we're going to break it all down. Plus, we got to talk about the NCAA football this afternoon, probably around 12. We got to talk about 2-loss SEC teams. College football playoff ranking comes tonight. Probably going to drive everybody crazy. People are freaking out all over the place. And I think my friends in Knoxville have a reason to be freaking out. We're going to discuss in depth why Tennessee and Ole Miss are kind of looked at a little bit different this year. I got a little numbers. I got a lot of numbers. I'm hoping that, Ole Miss plays Tennessee in the first round. That'd be dope. If it was up to me right now, Texas would be on the outside looking in, not at Tennessee. Their schedule is soft as Indiana's. What's their big win? Vanderbilt or Michigan? Those aren't very big wins. And, dude, I'm telling you right now, Texas A&M, if they lose to Auburn, how bad also would that be for Texas? Your best win would be against a 3-loss Texas A&M, a Vanderbilt, or a middle-of-the-road Big Ten team in Michigan. If you're going to call Indiana's schedule soft, look at Texas. It's pretty pathetic. We also get to talk all kinds of fun stuff about Heisman in college football. I think I'm coming around to some stuff, and I want to hear y'all later on. We're going to talk about it, some numbers. We're going to talk about Jeanty, the whole Heisman situation, because, one, I listened to some damn podcast yesterday. I can't remember the name of it. And a couple of dudes made some points that really kind of stuck out to me. Kind of really stuck out to me. And it all has to do with basically who one of my favorite players in football is Travis Hunter. Why? Because he does something that we don't see very often. But if you are an elite athlete and you're really dead gum good, that's great. That is unbelievable. But what if you're good at everything and the master of nothing? And that's kind of what I'm actually starting to think a little bit about Travis Hunter. He's not the best cornerback in the country. That's Will Johnson. That's by every NFL grade. He's not the best wide receiver in the country. We can argue 9 other people. McMillan, my boy Williams. There's wide receivers all over the joint. Best running back in the nation? I don't know if you know it. It's Ashton Jeanty. Most snaps in a season. Well, that's Travis Hunter. But does most snaps mean, hey, you get the award? Look at his numbers from last year. 2023 stats, 9 games, 721 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns, 30 tackles, 3 interceptions. 2024 stats, 10 games, 911 yards, 9 touchdowns, 24 tackles, 3 INTs. And he let Zach Wilson's little brother throw a touchdown pass on him. He looked very average last week. Now, I know he missed a few games last year, but was even close to being talked about in the Heisman last year? Just for playing games? And again, we get excited. Hey, Coach Prime has me pumped. Heck, the love that Lance Leopold gave him the other day I thought was impressive. I like Kansas's coach. Comes out and talks about my man Deion was an NFL football player and a Major League Baseball player and went down and coached high school. And then Jackson State and now Colorado took over a terrible program. Like, he's worked his ways up through the rank. And he's had success at every level. And I don't know if you know this, Colorado's beating on that door to knock down the Big 12 championship game and possibly get in the college football playoff. But Travis Hunter, as great as he is wonderful at job as Coach Prime does pumping him up. Straight A student, doesn't drink and smoke dope, works his ass off, puts his teammates in front of him. Just a great, great dude. But what Ashton Jeanty's doing this year is absolutely insane. Is it not?
It is, but we've seen that before, sir.
I don't know.
We've had great running backs before.
We've had great running backs, but again, he won't be the best cornerback. He's not the best wide receiver. And if you are the jack of all, but the master of nothing, are you really a Heisman Trophy winner?
Yes.
Are
Are you watching him? Don't make me defend him.
He looked like crap last week. Don't even joke around. How about you catch the damn ball when it's thrown to you instead of drop it? And he gave up a terrible touchdown pass to listen, I love Travis Hunter. The only thing is I'm thinking to myself, are we, again,
rushing touchdown, interception, and 20 yards rushing. First person to do that since 1996.
I mean, Taysom Hill played 9 plays at quarterback, played 8 plays at tight end.
You got to go to
like
Taysom.
6 plays at wide. No, I'm just saying, is now Taysom Hill in the MVP race because he can do everything?
Nah.
Like, Swiss Army knives are really good, but you ain't going to win a war with one. You got to have the big gun, son.
So
you got to drop bombs.
So you're saying Shador is actually the Heisman Trophy winner then?
No, I got Shador. I do have him on my list.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
I have him at number 5 on my list.
I thought this was Coach Prime slander hour.
No. I'm not slandering him in any way. I'm saying he's done a hell of a job. Like, what can you say? But the thing is, I'm kind of looking at it, and Jeanty's numbers are absurd. They're absurd. And in hell, not even like joking when I say this, but like Jalen Milroe and Jackson Dart, they have a chance to continue to rise. Their numbers are ridiculous. Dylan Gabriel, Curtis Warwick has an opportunity to knock up Ohio State. Shador Sanders, if he makes it to the Big 12 championship. And let's not forget about Cam Ward. And I know it's not just a quarterback award. If you didn't notice, I have Ashton Jeanty at number 1. But when I looked at the odds and saw Travis Hunter minus 400 to win the Heisman Trophy, and Jeanty is coming back at plus money, I thought to myself, I think we're screwing something up. Again, Travis Hunter is a freak. He's one of the best football players in the country. But if you're not the best wide receiver, if you're not the best cornerback, if you're not the best player every time you touch the ball and take it to the house, I mean, let's be real.
He also plays 98% of the snaps in the entire game, John.
Again, is most snaps, has that ever been given to somebody for playing the most snaps? That's all I'm asking. And by the way, I want to hear what you think. 901-360-8255, the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line. Life's too short for ordinary jewelry. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Travis Hunter. Again, I think he should be in New York.
Oh, he'll definitely be there.
But I don't think he should be minus 400 and everybody else in the country is plus money. I mean, hell, Dylan, man, I got to pull him up. I had him right here. Let me see where they are.
Guess who took Travis Hunter as a feature at plus 700 to win the
I
Heisman
know
Trophy?
why you're saying this, dog.
No, you don't, because I did, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd be screaming for Travis
I
Hunter
had him
the
at
top
plus
of my
700
lungs.
people. You said minus 400
He's
today.
minus 400 today.
Wow, look at that swing.
Yeah, that's a big change, isn't it?
If only I hadn't been so cheap and dropped a very little amount of scratch on it.
Yeah, you were a little bit scared. I get it,
I was a little
man.
bit scared.
I don't blame you. Jack of all trades, master of none. I feel like that's like some Chinese proverb, or like Bruce Lee said that.
Probably Mr. Miyagi
Mr. Miyagi. Yeah. Wax on, wax off.
or Dustin Starr. Maybe there's some Dustin said.
I mean, playing both sides is a big thing.
But playing both sides highly effectively. Like he's more than above average.
But then, like,
Let's say if you were top 3 on both sides of the ball, does that not equate to
if
best
he was
player?
top 3, but he's not even close to being top 3 in wide receiver. I mean, I'm talking about not even close. Not even, like, he's not scratching the surface. I mean, I can pull up the damn
Give him the award, Judge. Stop it. Give him the award, man.
stats real quick. I mean, I love me some Travis Hunter. But Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Curtis Rourke, Ashton Genty. I mean, 1,893 yards. He's got 500 yards more than anybody. It's pretty nasty.
Sounds like Eddie George's
I mean,
Heisman
Trey
campaign.
Harris has missed 3 games and has more yards than Travis Hunter.
Because the
McMillan
team's
for
good.
Arizona is just cold-blooded. There's some dudes. And again, 3 interceptions. That's not top 3 either.
Yeah, when they don't throw the ball to you, man. It's like Reeves Island in college. We got to watch a Colorado game together.
I've been watching Colorado. I like watching Colorado. I like watching. I mean, they've had some crazy games this year. I mean, Colorado was dead in the water, and Shedeur Sanders made the craziest pass in the end zone at the end of the game.
Yeah, I
And
forgot
won
about
that
that.
bad boy. And, I was going banana sandwiches.
That was kind of like Jaden Daniels' 14-second deal because he had quite a bit of time before
Mm-hmm.
he let her rip.
But let me know what you think. Again, is it about most snaps now? Or is it about being the absolute best of your position at such a point where you say that, you know what? Hands down, he's the best. I feel like Ashton Genty is hands down the best. I can make arguments at quarterback. And that's why I keep coming back to Genty. Genty the Junt. I think he deserves the award. Travis Hunter, though, don't get me wrong. He's a bad mamma jamma. I think he's going to be a good NFL pro. My question is, though, what do you do with him in the NFL?
You put him on the side that makes the most money, which I think is wide receiver, but I think he's a better corner than wide receiver.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's much more polished.
But he can get her done, man. He's better than Christian. He's better than every wide receiver in Green Bay.
No way.
I'd take him over Romeo Dobbs. I'd take him right now over Christian Watson.
Man, you being serious?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. I don't know if you know this. They got, let's see, where is the wide receiving numbers? Ooh, man, they're lower than I thought. Thought Watson would be doing a lot better than this. They just spread the ball around, though. From Reed to Dobbs to Watson.
That's what happens in Colorado, man. That's what happens in Colorado, man. He'll show you, man. He'll show you.
We'll see.
He got something to prove to you.
We got more. There's more work to be done.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, one other thing about some awards. What the hell is wrong with Major League Baseball? Like talking about Heisman Awards and everything, and like award shows or.
What's your beef with baseball today?
Dude, what's my beef with baseball?
Your sport.
It'll take me too damn long. I don't know if I have enough time today. Like, why are we giving the awards?
Okay. Yeah. Schemes and all that good
weeks
jazz.
after the season?
Yeah, I kind of saw that and thought that, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I'm just like, man, I don't know if you know this. I moved on. Like, straight up have moved the bleep on. And they're going to drag it all the way out till Thursday. So, yesterday you had the AL and NL Rookie of the Year. Gil and Paul won. By the way, Paul Skeens, did you see him on MLB Network, him and Libby Dunn, when they gave him the award, told him he was the NL Rookie of the Year, and they asked him, how do you feel? And he sat there quietly and goes, cool. And that was it.
With the stash.
Only Skeens. And then it was crazy because then I saw a whole bunch of stuff on Libby Dunn tearing it up on the gymnastics bar. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I'm tripping out. Today, AL and NL Manager of the Year. Tomorrow, AL and NL Cy Young. And then on Thursday, AL and NL MVPs.
After you think about it, you're right. That's stupid to be doing this right now.
Dude, what?
This is stupid.
Like, I don't know if you know that the NBA Cup play is going down. You got NCAA hoops revving up.
You're in the thick of it with the football.
We got week 12 on the horizon in the National Football League. College football's gone banana sandwiches. We're talking Heisman. We're talking about college football playoff committee tonight, the rankings and all that stuff. There is so much going on. Why even is the hardest baseball fan out there on planet Earth going to really give a damn about the awards when it's November 19th? Is it the 19th?
Yes, sir.
Look at me,
Yeah,
baby. Yeah. I know these things.
And you are the hardest baseball fan we know. So if you're out, I know a lot of people
I also
out.
know that I don't talk baseball all the time because I want people to listen to my damn show. Like
Sure.
MLB Network, I think has the best. Like I think they just put on a hella product. I love MLB Network. I love everybody over there. I love all those hot ladies they have doing quick take, like the oh my gosh, you know the little 1 hour quick show around. They've rotated from the finest women to the finest women to the finest women to the finest women to the finest women. For me, I don't know if you know this, it's a recipe for success.
A recipe for success.
It is. You
a
get
lot of high hardwoods.
Let me just tell you something. You get a butterface up there talking sports, I scream. You don't know what you're talking about. You put Miss America, Miss Universe, and you put a 10 up there. I'm like, damn, she's so smart.
She's so smart.
She's always on point. Yep, you know what? We need to listen to her. You want to run for president, dear? You got my vote. But yeah, the MLB Awards, man, is just absolute lunacy. Again, let me know what you think. 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. Sissy Law Cabin text and listener line.
They're coming in, too.
Life's too short for ordinary jewelry. On the other side, I will read some of your responses. We'll touch back up on the Heisman. And then we got to switch up to a little bit about some Ole Miss, Tennessee, Texas, SEC 2-loss teams, and the absolute lunacy that is right now become college football. Like the 12-team playoff, I've mentioned this before. I said, why are we expanding? The greatest regular season of any sport is college football. NFL is so damn long, wild card. NBA, who cares about the first half of the season until Christmas Day? MLB, I'm so excited on April. By July, I'm taking a break, and I'm not coming back until at least August to get ready for October. It's too damn long. But college football was like every single week was what mattered because you didn't get do-overs in college football. You had to show up every damn week. Now everybody gets a little bit of do-over, but I'm going to tell you what, it's made it a hella more intriguing. More fan bases around the country are going absolutely wild. Think about Thanksgiving. We're going to be sitting around scoreboard watching, fighting with all our families about who the hell should be in. You don't know what you're talking about. Give me that turkey leg. No, you ain't eating none of my pumpkin pie. Not with a take like that. Don't make me take the Tito's off the table.
Tennessee fans putting out Ole Miss fans, you know.
Yeah, and that's a big thing around my family because, like, we've got half Ole Miss and half Tennessee. And I don't know. I think there's a couple other sneaky people in there who just don't even talk to us or tell us who they're fans of because they
got some Gators in there.
I can't think of somebody that likes the Gators.
I know you got some Cowbells. I know you got some Cowbells in there.
Well, Tennessee. Now, Rio did get her biomedical engineering degree from Mississippi State.
Yep.
But after she went to Ole Miss for her undergrad, and also she is allegiant to Ole Miss because that's the school she loves. It's not Ole Miss's fault they have a terrible biomedical engineering program. If you want to be smart, go down to Mississippi State if you're getting an engineering degree. But if you want to see the college football playoff, you better go hotty-toddy, baby. Only thing is that it scares me saying stuff like that is that we still got Florida. DJ Lagway's playing so much better this year. This Florida team's starting to look real tough. A lot different Florida team than we've seen. They got to get through Florida in Gainesville, and then they got to play the Egg Bowl, and you never know. Like, they should beat the brakes off of Mississippi State. But I've seen some crazy Egg Bowls. Remember my man lifting his leg and peeing in the end zone? You'll see some crazy stuff. Now, we're going to take a quick timeout. Keep the text coming, 901-360-8255. And whatever you do, don't touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
You know, sometimes I wish I had a gun.
Well, I'm armed, but before I bought one, I still went to Top Gun Academy to learn to protect myself without a gun.
How is that possible?
Top Gun's personal protection training. It's perfect if you want to protect yourself without firearms.
I don't know.
And it's perfect if you feel the need to carry a gun for self-defense, because the last thing you really want to do is shoot.
That is scary.
Not at Top Gun. It's very comfortable, and you learn to load, handle, and shoot a handgun safely. Protect yourself. Go to Top Gun Academy. They're at 2770 Witten Road.
Simple, smooth, and every sip is easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does your favorite mixers. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand-bottled, taste-tested, sent out to a few friends, then taste-tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff, just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Bobby J's ready to start the season of tradition at Gossett Kia on Covington Pike, and that means it's the right time to let Bobby J put you in a new Kia today. 2025 Kia K4 LXS at $199 a month, less than $7 a day for a new ride. And 2024 K5 $269 a month, both $34.99 due at signing. All 24-month lease plus spacious 8-seater SUV, high towing capacity, and all-terrain tires in 2025. Telluride $348 a month, $39.99 due at signing. Plus, get peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So call Bobby J and let him put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike online, KiaCovingtonPike.com. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
650 acquisition fee, K4 LXS, SEO 29100, MSRP 24230, Telluride RG 529 196, MSRP 41730, K5 S53 230 133, MSRP 28330. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. Dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 12/2/24.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Y'all are bringing it today. I appreciate it. We've been talking a little bit of Heisman. Are you truly the best player in the world? Are you the best player in the world? If you are the jack of all, but the master of nothing.
Yes.
He's a good wide receiver and a damn good cornerback, but is he the best cornerback? Nope. Is he the best wide receiver? Nope. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's still a lot of people with some work to do. Genty's still running. Cam, Jackson, Curtis, all them boys still playing. But, man, I just got to say, as much as I've been on the Travis Hunter train, again, it was kind of looking at his numbers compared to wide receivers around the country. He was also looking at his numbers at other cornerbacks and defensive players. I mean, 24 tackles and 3 interceptions is all right. 900 yards, 9 touchdowns for wide receiving is pretty good. It ain't up there, but there's still a lot of football to play. We're going to talk a little bit more. A couple people out there agree with me 100%. Some people just say that I like to complain about everything. Do I complain about a lot?
Nah, not really. I don't think you do. Are they saying you do?
Oh, yeah. It's okay. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I have that thing that says, I don't give a bleep. I don't give a bleep. I don't know if you noticed, I come in here and basically put everything out there.
Yeah, plus you have a drop when we come back in. It says, this is Johnny Hardy radio show. You know, it says your radio show. Not theirs, you know.
Oh, but I love sharing. Yeah. Sharing is caring. Thruples are great. Swip, swabbity doo. I'm just playing with y'all. Now, that makes me think about that's kind of like Travis Hunter.
Oh, Eskimo, bro.
Like, are you lucky? Do you want to have like the best wife in the world, or do you want to have 2 mids?
Is that a real question?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like Genty compared to Hunter. Do you want 2 mids, or do you want the
2 mids,
mid-universe?
2 mids, man.
2 5s make a 10 is what you're saying?
2 5s make a dub. In Genty's case, we've seen that before. It's like
I believe your math is not bad.
You know.
I believe your math is not.
I got that
all
Tyrese
bad.
Halliburton going on. That's all.
Now, college football playoff rankings, of course, comes out tonight. Big deal. Everybody's going to talk about. We've been talking about the SEC teams with 2 losses, and you know there are many. Like there are many, and there's still a lot of football left to be played. But right now, the Longhorns are sitting at the top of the SEC, 5-1 on the season. But the Texas Longhorns have the trashiest record in the SEC. They're like the Indiana of the Big Ten. Indiana, do you know, has played the 8 worst teams in the whole gigantic, monstrous Big Ten this year.
And they're getting credit for that somehow.
I think they're gonna get handled. But like, who cares about a win against Colorado State, Michigan? That's turned out to be not very impressive at all. Texas, San Antonio, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, who's way down. You got bully whipped by Georgia. Vanderbilt, you won by a field goal. You did slap Florida in the face, but that was also when Florida had Yale's quarterback, the walk-on kid, playing.
Walk-on freshman, right?
Yeah, no. He's like a senior.
He's a senior.
He's an old dude.
He's Yale's quarterback.
He wasn't even Yale's starting quarterback. No, he didn't even play at Yale. He just came to Florida because he was like, back up at Yale and like, hey, my parents went to Florida. I want to experience the fun. Walks on, and next thing you know, he's thrown into some big games.
He's a typical student, just an average student.
And they did beat Arkansas 20-10. So I'm going to be honest with you. If I did my college football playoff rankings, if I was sitting there looking at them, I had it. Where did I put you little college football? I set them up for myself to like tell you who I would have and where I would have them.
Come on, give them to us so we can compare it for tonight.
I don't think it's going to be the same. Here's how I would go. Right now, Of course, Oregon would be the number 1 overall seed. They are undefeated, and this is if they win the Big Ten title. Then I look over in the SEC. I have no idea who's going to play in the damn game. Is Texas going to win out? We just talked about their soft schedule.
Do you like
they
the
only have
divisions?
Kentucky and A&M left, and they would win and then I think they'd get smoked by if I believe this. If Texas had to play or does play in the SEC championship game, I think Texas gets rolled.
What? Okay.
I think Georgia beats them because we've already seen it.
Correct.
I think Tennessee would kick their teeth in. I think Alabama's Jalen Milroe runs all over them. He's now running. He's now throwing. He now looks ridiculous. And Alabama defense has gotten a lot better. And I think Ole Miss would also beat the absolute brakes off them. Hell, 5-3 South Carolina's playing better than Texas. I'm not a believer in Quinn Ewers. Man, that pocket starts to collapse. So to his confidence. He hears footsteps. He's soft. He's small. I said at the beginning of the year, you need to go with Arch because if you play all season long, he has the potential as a runner, as a bigger body, to take you farther at the end of the year.
And he's shown it, too. When he had to step in, he's shown it.
Yeah, and he's shown it. But, I just think Texas is soft. So right now, let's just pretend because my prayer is that Texas A&M loses to Auburn. They'd have 3 losses on the season. They'd have 2 losses in the SEC. And then somehow they beat the Longhorns and make them another 6-2 team. So you'd have the Longhorns 6-2, the Aggies 6-2. What that does is that puts Texas all the way at the very bottom of getting into the SEC championship game because their schedule is that soft. It would jump up Georgia and probably Alabama into that bad boy. That might be good for Tennessee and Ole Miss to sit at home. 3-loss SEC team might not get in, even though you go to the conference championship game. I don't know if anybody was listening to Lane Kiffin yesterday. He even said that he's talked to other coaches. He says that he says, man, it's getting to the SEC championship game right now. Some of them don't want to get there, some do, because winning and getting a bye is big. But losing and getting left out, that's a hell of a lot to lose. Hell of a lot to lose. And I said just a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you were here listening to me, I said there's no way that the loser of the SEC game is left out. No way the loser of the Big Ten championship game is left out. And I said this because I didn't think the big wigs, the powers that be in the SEC and the Big Ten would want teams to not want to play in their conference championship game because that's just a bad look. Well, that's where we're at right now in the SEC. So whoever comes out of the SEC, I think would be number 2. The SEC champ, number 2. Let's just say Alabama, just because it makes it easy for me. Who's going to win the ACC? I think they would be the 3rd place team. Right now, I kind of like SMU, won 7 straight. But who have they played? Their one loss was against a good BYU team, 3rd game of the season by 3 points. But they've handled their business. They got Virginia and California left. They're going to play in the title game. Is it SMU? Is it going to be Miami? One of those 2 teams is going to be put in. The other is going to be left out. The ACC, in my mind, gets 1 team in, and that's their champ. The Big 12. Same thing. Same thing. Right now, the way we've been talking about Colorado, let's just say for giggles, Colorado wins the Big 12. Or Arizona State and Kenny Dillingham, because you know that Arizona State plays BYU this week.
Yeah, and that BYU team is, not that impressive.
They pulled some out of there, you know what, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, they have, but Kansas stopped it, though. Kansas stopped it. Like, they had an opportunity to pull one out. Kansas stopped it.
And Kenny Dillingham, what he's doing, Deion Sanders, what he's doing. I mean, I think one of those teams gets in. Let's just say for giggles, Colorado gets in. So you got Oregon, Bama, SMU, Colorado. Now we get to who's the best team outside of that. Number 5, wouldn't you have to say Ohio State if they beat Indiana up?
Easily.
So then they play the 12 seed, and I'm going to say Boise State right now.
Sayonara. And good. Thanks for participating.
Looking at the other records, I got to say Georgia's going to be right behind Ohio State. They might have 2 losses, but look at their big wins. I would right now have to say Ole Miss would be number 7. If they beat Florida, if they take care of their business against Mississippi State, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Remember, they beat Georgia. I can't stand doing this. I'm praying Notre Dame loses to USC because it will open up another door and a portal, or Army. I just want Notre Dame to lose one of these last 2 games and be left out.
Touchdown Jesus is not going to like that.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't care what they like.
Touchdown Jesus is not going to like that.
And then, of course, how do you fill those in? I think Georgia right now would probably play Indiana. I think Ole Miss right now, in my mind, is playing Tennessee in Oxford. And right now I got Notre Dame hosting the Nittany Lions because they aren't going to move. And the Big Ten's going to get 4 in, even though Indiana hadn't played anybody. And they might lose big also to Ohio State. But they're going to get 4 because it's the Big Damn 10. SEC's going to get 4. Maybe more, though. But I still only think 4. So that means that you leave out Texas A&M in the SEC. Miami, if they don't win, or SMU don't win, they get left out. Either BYU or Arizona State are also getting left out. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of fan bases freaking out. And tonight's big with the college football playoff. But I will say right now to Tennessee fans, because this is going to not be easy for you, which team should get in, Ole Miss or Tennessee? What do you think off just your head?
Ole Miss.
I have to say I agree. Why? Best win is Georgia. Best win for Tennessee is Alabama. Ole Miss is 2-1 against common opponents. They have a higher point per game, a lower opponent average per game, higher strength of schedule.
That's what I was going to ask, strength of schedule.
And both losses by 1 possession and 1 in overtime in Death Valley at night when they definitely should have won. Tennessee's best win is Alabama. Common opponents, 1-2. Lower point per game than Ole Miss. Give up more points. Lower strength of schedule. And the worst loss, I think, like if you look at the way Ole Miss. So Tennessee did lose a close game to Arkansas. But Ole Miss kicked their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, went to Fayetteville and
both were on the road, right?
The brakes off of them. Both of them.
Yeah, Tennessee went to Arkansas. Yep, in Fayetteville.
Georgia, who just beat Tennessee just last week, got throttled by Ole Miss. They couldn't do anything on their defense. Trey Harris, by the way, from everything you hear, is also coming back. Now, again, I'm not saying Tennessee shouldn't be in. But I am hearing people talking about, oh, my gosh, this is going to be what one fan base. Like, there's going to be a couple fan bases in the SEC who are going to completely freak out. I'm afraid it might be those in Knoxville. Damn it, if Texas gets to the conference championship game, Texas, I think, bumps Tennessee right out. And then people are going to be freaking out. And again, the worst loss is, for me, Ole Miss against Kentucky as a 17-point favorite at home. That is a terrible loss. But again,
yeah, especially because it was at home. Yeah.
But common opponents, man, they waxed South Carolina. They waxed Arkansas. They beat Georgia 28-10. I just got them a little bit higher right now. And the other problem that you have when you talk about Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, and Ole Miss, while Ole Miss did beat Georgia, well, Tennessee did beat Alabama, and then Alabama beat Georgia. So it's all like, you know what I'm saying? It's all insane. But we got to keep Texas and Texas A&M out this game, man. Can Hugh Freeze pull out a miracle? Why is that line? Have you looked this week at Texas A&M's line?
Yeah, 2.5.
Tell me, man.
2.5. That's it. So not necessarily a miracle from the point spread makers.
No, not even close. Like, that's basically saying
They have a chance.
not just a chance, like a damn good one. And Auburn's 1-5 in the SEC and terrible. Peyton Thorne's not a good quarterback. But they do have a hell of a defense. And
They have a hell of a home field, too.
I did watch South Carolina run right down A&M's throat. Auburn can run the football. Hunter's got over 1,000 yards this year. We'll see. But yeah, the SEC is absolute insanity. And there's no chance. I can't believe Texas is a 20.5-point favorite over terrible Kentucky. How in the hell did Kentucky beat Ole Miss? That makes me absolutely insane still thinking about that one.
Same way UTSA beat Memphis. Just happens. Just happens.
Yeah, also the way Navy ran roughshod on Memphis also just happened.
Yeah.
But like Jackson Dart, by the way, just kind of speaking of the Heisman, he's still got work to do. But did you know my man's got 3,400 yards, 22 touchdowns, to 4 interceptions?
Yeah, he's been cooking most of the year. I mean, definitely meeting the mark for the expectations people set for him this year.
Man. Well, SEC stuff, hit me up. Tell me what you think. 901-360-8255. Ole Miss, Tennessee. If it comes down to them, who's getting in? Is the loser of the SEC championship game going to be left out? Texas with their weak schedule. I mean, they could win this week and they lose to Texas A&M and say Texas A&M still beats Auburn. Texas will still fall to 6-2, just like all the other SEC teams that are sitting there, and they will have the weakest schedule, so they definitely wouldn't play in the conference championship game. Would they get in just because they're Texas? I sure hope not.
Yeah, they are, because even the odds makers are on them. I mean, they're plus 500. They are second in the odds to win the championship, even with this softest tissue schedule you're talking about.
Why didn't Texas get criticized the way Indiana gets criticized?
I honestly think because the masses are just happy that they're back. You recall all those many years they fell off. I think people are just happy they're back.
And they have a ton of money.
Absolutely.
I mean, Indiana this year's schedule is so ridiculously soft. They do get, I mean, Ohio State, they can shock the world. But listen to who they've beaten. This is so bad. You won't even believe this. So you look at the Big 12 standings. They beat Michigan State, who's 2-5 in the conference. They beat Michigan, who's, where is Michigan even? They've been so damn bad this year.
That's expected. Yeah.
3-4. Washington, one of their better wins, 500 in the conference, 4-4. Nebraska, they're down there at 2-5. Maryland 1-6. And UCLA 3-5. I mean, they ain't played Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois. I mean, like that's to me like that's a soft schedule. And then, by the way, after this, they play Purdue, who's 0-7. So they got Ohio State left. You know they're going to beat Purdue, so they're going to have just one loss. They just got to look decent. And they're cruising in, just like Penn State. But over in the SEC, it's complete chaos. Who's going to get in, I don't know. But we'll watch the College Football Playoff Committee tonight. I do remind you, I feel like every fan base in the SEC that's thinking they're going to be 6-2 needs a little extra protection. You know what I'm saying? If you want that extra protection, doesn't matter if you're on the field, on the road, going to class, you want to have the best. My boy Bob Simpson at State Farm, he can buckle you up with auto insurance, back your life up with health insurance, cover your business, whether it's starting, growing, or maturing. And don't forget to insure your home. Doesn't matter if you own that junk or you're a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today, 901-381-1233, or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor. And that's Bob Simpson. He's like the Jake from State Farm, but in real life. You know what I mean? Like he's the Memphis Jake. So check him out. Don't touch the dial. We're back in two shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to the Rendezvous.
This is John Vergas. When my dad started the Rendezvous in 1948, I don't think anyone could have imagined we'd still be serving shoulder, cheese plates, and our world-famous dry rub ribs 75 years later. But we are still here in the basement, in an alley in downtown Memphis. We sincerely thank you for making the Rendezvous what it is today. Charlie Vergas Rendezvous, a legendary experience for over 75 years, whether you dine in, pick up, or ship across the country.
The 2025 Range Rover Sport sits right at the heart of the Land Rover lineup, offering a perfect mix of style, performance, and versatility. Smaller and more agile than a full-size Range Rover, it's a great option for everyone who wants luxury and practicality. Every model comes with 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive standard. Whether you navigate city streets or tackle rough terrain, Range Rover Sport has you covered. Every drive is powerful and breathtaking. The 2025 Range Rover Sport is the epitome of sporty luxury. Test drive one at Jaguar Land Rover Bluff City.
The soothing sounds of a bubble bath. And if you were here, you'd smell a single cedar leaf candle. But you're not here. Your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get back on the road and enjoy 24/7 roadside assistance from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And then take a shower, because it's fast, like your motorcycle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance may require comprehensive coverage, not available in all states.
We're in the break room at a traditional jewelry store here. Hey, Mark, I know it's our job here to try and sell every piece of jewelry, but don't sell this ring. I'm going to try to use my employee discount to buy it for my wife.
Okay, but you know you can get a better deal at Genesis Diamonds.
Genesis Diamonds? Are you crazy?
No, not the boss here. All I'm saying is I got a pair of diamond set earrings there for my wife and paid a lot less than what we charge here, even after my employee discount.
Wow.
You never know who you'll see shopping at Genesis Diamonds. With no middleman pricing on the best selection of diamond rings, earrings, pendants, bands, and bracelets, it's a no-brainer.
I admire your dedication to our jewelry store and not going to Genesis. I know the boss really appreciates your loyalty.
It's just the right thing to do, man.
And it's nice your wife won't mind getting a smaller diamond.
On second thought, can you cover me while I take a break? Genesis Diamonds, the smart alternative to old-fashioned jewelry shopping. With more selection, lower prices, higher quality, stronger warranties, and zero pressure. At Poplar and Perkins Extended.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Brian Davis.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a little two-stepping Tuesday. Grizzlies down to the Grindhouse tonight playing the Nuggets. NBA Cup group play is in full swing. Don't forget it's 6 o'clock, though. Big game. Undefeated Cavs playing the Celtics in Boston. I'm looking forward to that bad boy. And then speaking of, that's on TNT. Did you hear the whole crew's going to ESPN?
I shed tears Sunday night.
Why
I
did-
shed tears.
Is that not why is that bad? At least we're gonna get to see him.
No, that's a good thing.
Oh, you shed tears
Yes,
of joy.
I thought they were going away. I thought that was the end of the Chuckster and Shaq, so on and so forth. So kudos to ESPN and NBC. However they worked it out, they're not leaving. So apparently they're going to make cameos, special cameos. I don't know if this is going to be on Thursday nights continued or what, but they're going to continue this deal on ESPN. So, hey, after games, certain games, I don't know. But if they're smart, they will keep it a Thursday night thing. Like, we have a thing.
Yes.
I have that recorded. I work every Thursday night at Channel 5, and when I get off, I come home and I watch the recording from the beginning. So they have a thing. We have a thing, man. That's how I have a relationship with those guys. So I'm extremely happy.
Everybody loves them. But, yeah, man, they're still going to survive.
Because they couldn't, splitting them up, it's not right without EJ. And EJ can't go anywhere because of his contractual deal with TBS and TNT. He does golf, tennis, so on and so forth. Those guys are one-man ponies, so can't leave EJ out.
EJ.
Got to have EJ.
Kenny, Chuck, Shaq. Heading from TNT to ESPN next year, but a lot of good NBA stuff. By the way, do you know what happened 20 years ago today?
I don't know. What you got?
you remember when that Piston fan actually tried to fight Ron Artest?
Oh, yeah, Malice in Sid Palace.
And he also, was it Jermaine O'Neal who sucker punched him?
Yep, because he ran. He also slipped right before it, so he caught it really good.
He caught him decent, but if he would have fully connected on that little fan, he'd have knocked his head off.
Yep.
The Malice at the Palace, 20 years ago today. There's some really good raw footage of that. The thing about this, Ron Artest got suspended 86 games, Steven Jackson 30, Jermaine O'Neal 15, Ben Wallace 6, Reggie Miller 1, and Chauncey Big Shot Billups 1 game.
It changed the
That
outlook.
was 6 minutes of wild watching. And then that little bitty dude, the fan who got punched in the face, like the video of him afterwards, immediately run up to the camera. I just got punched in the face. I can't feel my whole face. I don't know what's going to happen. I need to have x-rays on every single part of my face. I'm getting ready to sue. Couple other notes, speaking of the NBA. This is straight from Jake Paul, and it actually blows my damn mind.
Money-making Jake Paul.
Money-making fool, Jake Paul. I couldn't believe this when I saw it. Did you know more people watched the illegal stream that AB put up than watched the NBA Finals on average?
AB is in Antonio.
Like, you remember he stole the signal and put it out because he was agitated with how his slow download or some BS.
He did that. I didn't hear that. Of the fight? He did that?
And on his illegal, like, streaming system service, blah, 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 whatever, my man, they had 6.8 million viewers watching AB's live stream of the fight. That's more than the average watching the NBA playoffs. Does that not mess you up? Like, how in the hell did so many people get so suckered into this thing?
Because his name is Iron Mike. You can't do that with anyone else, man.
No, you can't.
Can't do that. Put Brian Dacus in there with Jake Paul, man, and you know.
No, dude, you wouldn't.
Can't put Dacus in there with
No,
Paul.
no. Are you crazy?
I think my man can hang.
Man, I think you're crazy now. Dacus wouldn't even throw a punch, man. He's too nice. Too damn nice. But yeah, that was another note that just kind of blew me away from the NBA. We're going to take a time out here in just 1 second. I got to tell you, though, we got a little bit of Hardwood because it feels so good. A buddy of mine's coming in from Coco Mats. Get ready to order them, junts. Great for Christmas, baby. If you place your order by Monday, December 2nd, you're guaranteed to deliver in time for the holidays. They're custom-made auto mats. Palm fiber Coco Mats, handcrafted and made in the United States, and they look dope in my car. I got me a pair. Well, I got them given to me because I'm going to talk about them at 12:30. They look good in Chaz's car too. At first, I was kind of questioning. I was like, "Man, it's a brand damn new car. Like, do I need mats? Do I need?" And then you get them, you're like, "Yeah."
Yep.
Quality, truly custom made. Like, once you put them in an order, they're fit to order. Bad stuff to the bone. Man, we got a busy show. We got to talk about some lunacy. I still got to give my NFL rankings. Don't you dare touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Take your basketball skills to the next level at Shoot 360 Memphis. Shoot 360 is a revolutionary basketball training facility that combines cutting-edge technology with gamification and provides instant, objective feedback, hands-on, one-on-one expert coaching. And now, introducing Shoot 360 Cordova, a newly renovated 50,000 square foot facility with 2 NBA regulation-sized courts, 3 high school-sized courts, and 4 shooting bays with Shoot 360 technology. Memberships are now on a monthly basis. And yes, you can become a member at both locations. Whether you're an aspiring young talent, NBA player, or looking for a unique workout, all skill levels are welcome at Shoot 360 Memphis to learn proper shooting and passing techniques, improve fundamentals, and gain a competitive edge while having fun. Shoot 360 Memphis now in Cordova and Collierville. Call them today at 901-779-3176. That's 901-779-3176. The future of basketball training is here. Shoot 360 Memphis.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. Picture exploring across a fruity plain and also your new fire pit, which subsequently set your gazebo ablaze.
over 60 years. With a huge selection and the best prices, James Gaddis is a master jeweler and diamondologist. Beautiful jewelry from James Gaddis is always the right choice. Choose from rings to earrings, necklaces to bracelets, and gemstones to watches. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers, 4900 Poplar, online at GaddisJewelers.com and Instagram at Gaddis Jewelers. Say I do at James Gaddis Jewelers.
56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis with Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6.
That was one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Busy Tuesday. College basketball. You got Illinois and Alabama, NBA, Grizzlies, Golden State. Also in the NBA, the undefeated Cavs are playing the Celtics. NBA Cup group play back in full effect. College football playoff rankings come out tonight. Man, what else we got?
All of that. Now, I just want to crap on the
don't
MLB
forget
again.
MLB. Tonight,
Ooh.
6 o'clock, we can find out who is the AL and NL manager of the year. So excited.
They got to know that college football is going to dominate tonight and tomorrow, man. They got to know that.
Man, it just don't make no sense, man. What has it been, 2-3 weeks since the damn World Series? How long has it been over? I can't remember.
You're good. Yeah, you're good for 2 or 3 weeks at least, yeah.
Man, quit dragging this John out.
Shouldn't they just do like the NFL? Just do a big night, give your awards, boom, bang, done.
Bing, bang, boom, done. I agree. I like it. Now, we're going to do a little bit of hardwood in this segment. We're also going to give you a little bit of NFL action. But whenever I think of the NFL, I think about the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill out in Lakeland Town Square. I mean, Falls football. And that's what they do at the Owner's Box. They have every single NFL game all weekend long. College football, every single program, partying like rock stars. It is beautiful. It is fun. It's out there in Lakeland Town Square off Highway 70. Again, it's the Owner's Box, where fall is football. Now back to the NFL, man. Week 11 wrapped up. Done. Finito. And boy, why did I not bet last night? Why did I say to myself, you know what? I'm going to be a good boyfriend. I'm going to hang out with Chaz since I've been doing nothing but watching sports.
Sure, good boyfriend.
And sports. And I was a little gun shy.
You?
Man, I took a pounding Sunday night and Sunday and Saturday. I didn't have a good weekend. You notice I ain't walking in here with brand new clothes on, am I?
You hadn't been to Frontier this weekend.
I ain't been there. I ain't been down to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch Frontier Western Store, man. They got them boots, jeans, shirts, skirts, you name it, they got it. Men's, women's, ladies' boutique. Check it's ladies' boutique. And them white boots that are flying off the damn shelf. Let me tell you something. Check out Frontier Western Store online at frontierwesternstore.com. Now, power rankings. You can look at this in so many ways, and again, you can go look at the power rankings because they put them up for you. I look at the ones over at CBSSports.com all the time. Their rankings are definitely different than mine. I look at a couple other people's rankings. We're all different. Again, the NFL is so damn hard to predict. I mean, last year, did you think the Chiefs were actually going to do it?
Nope.
They were dropping balls
honestly
left
thought
and
the
right.
Ravens would get them. I honestly thought the Ravens would get them.
Yep. Lamar Jackson, number one rushing team, number one defense. Todd Monken decided to only hand the ball to the running backs 8 times. Last week, Ravens lost to Steelers. Steelers didn't score a touchdown. You know that, right?
What was that, 5 field goals?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
6 field goals.
They had 18.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell, Russell Wilson threw one of the ugliest interceptions in the end zone during that game.
I saw that one. Yeah.
That was ugly. But, dude, Todd Monken, for some reason, who looks all-world, will, in some of the biggest games, forget that he's got, this year, Travis Henry. Like Travis Henry. Oh, my God. I'm losing my mind.
Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Henry.
I just meshed them together. You got the king.
Oh, that's who you meshed with him, the king and Travis Henry? Oh, no. You can't do that. He ain't the king. Not quite.
Right now, who's the best running back in the NFL? Joe Mixon did have 3 touchdowns last night.
Mixon looked bad last night, man.
But he was also doing it against Dallas.
Yeah. Williams at one point in the Rams. But, I mean, I like the two-headed monster. I can't just say one. I like what they have in Detroit.
I mean, Derrick Henry will run you over. And, by the way, Justice Hill ain't bad neither. They got it in Baltimore, just for some reason they forget to do it in some of the best defensive battles that they face. Last year against the Chiefs, we saw this against the Steelers. Where are the peeps going to fall? Well, it's time to get to the rankings. Now, one of the hardest things this weekend for me, or this week, I'm sitting here doing this, was definitely figuring out who the hell's number one. You know, since Kansas City was 2-time defending champs, Pat Mahomes, baddest player on planet Earth, defense playing really good football, they were number one every week, and it was easy. You know why? Because they hadn't lost a game.
How long, though? 15 games. They hadn't lost a game since Christmas of last year, dude.
And this is also a team that plays its best football in January and February. And the other thing is they still are 9-1. And I don't know if you know this. Whoever has the number one seed is going to have a hell of an advantage. If it's Kansas City, you know how Pat is at the crib. If it's Buffalo, you know it's not easy to go to Buffalo and win in January. And then think about it. What if you have to go through the Steelers? Steelers are right there, too. Like, do you want to go where the terrible towels are and play that defense when it's freezing and the weather's nasty and Russ Dickulus just knows how somehow to throw it up in the air high enough for Pickens to go get that giant? But who's number one? Well, right now, I had to move Kansas City down.
Good, as you should.
And it is because, yes, they just lost. Josh Allen showed one thing. He is fully prepared to run your ass over. 4th and 2, you saw that run.
26 yards.
That was ridiculous, bro. Josh Allen right now, can you say MVP? And by the way, Josh Allen is reminding me of a little bit of 2000 Cam Newton, the way he was running last week. But he's throwing the ball better. Josh Allen, man, all he has to do, like the one thing is if Josh Allen's healthy, they are good. This Buffalo team, you got to say that I think right now that they are the number one team. And if you're saying, John, are you crazy? How do you not have Detroit number one? Well, it's because I still think Detroit has like these scars from the past. What does Detroit do in the playoffs?
A lot of times they wet the bed.
Wet the bed. And let's not pretend that beating Jacksonville's brains in last week was something that I was like, man, I don't know if you know, but the write-off of Jared Goff's 5-interception game where they pulled it out there, Keister, he went out there, was perfect against Jacksonville. I mean, damn, it's a nice win. I think Detroit's good. They had one of the best off. In fact, Detroit has probably best running backs 1 and 2.
Tandem.
A great wide receiver 1. A great tight end. He's a hell of a... Jared Goff's playing great. But is he Josh Allen?
No, I got something else
is
for
he
you
Pat
for Josh
Mahomes?
Allen, too. No, Josh Allen is the second
is he Jalen
leading
Hurts?
running back for the Bills.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. 2010 Cam Newton.
Dude, he just passed O.J. Simpson. I had to look. I was like, wow.
What? I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, no. He's behind Thurman Thomas. He's only 7 behind Thurman, all-time rushing leader in Bills history.
Man, I'm telling you one thing. This year, I feel like it does need to go to Josh Allen. You can't give 3 to Lamar before Josh gets 1. Neither one of them have been to the Super Bowl.
He got to win in Detroit, though. They may be your MVP game. I told you, December 15th, we called it yesterday?
Yup.
Bills at Detroit.
And I right now would have to say I'd put my money on the Bills.
On the road?
Man, there's just something about
that offense.
Just something about Josh Allen. And again, I love the offensive line. I love the running backs.
Then he's playing indoors.
Gibbs,
he's not that hot
Montgomery.
indoors, John.
Man, Josh can play anywhere.
He can, but he's not that hot indoors.
Well, I'm going to keep Buffalo 1, and guess who I'm going to have number 2? I know this is going to sound crazy. I'm leaving Kansas City there. Because, again, they're 9-1, and if you do get the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they're going through Pat Mahomes and Kansas City at their crib with Andy Reid, am I going to bet on them? Nope. And then I go to number 3, and it's definitely Detroit. Now, number 4, holy cow, is hard. Like, you could throw the Steelers, the Eagles, maybe even the Chargers there. But at number 4, I mean, I guess I got to say it, man. Great team win. Mike Tomlin does his thing. Steelers have Lamar Jackson's number. That late interception, I mean, that interception in the end zone, Russell Wilson, that was ugly. But they still won the game. Lamar's faced Mike Tomlin's boys 10 times and only gotten a win once. I can't put Baltimore up there, especially with that defense that's leaking oil. And because Mike Tomlin's Mike Tomlin, I'm going to have Pittsburgh at number 4, and then this is where it gets tough. Number 5. It's got to be the Eagles. Or could it be, maybe, because I'm drinking a little Kool-Aid, Harbaugh and the Chargers? I mean, I don't know if you know this. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are coming off the edge, killing folks. One of the best offensive line in football is the Chargers. Justin Herbert, we saw what that dude can do. We know how talented he is. But the thing is, I don't think the Chargers got a path to like a number 1 overall seed. Philadelphia, I think, does. So I'm putting Philadelphia up there. And again, Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind. Saquon Barkley, nasty. And then when you talk about a great QB, a great running back, what about their 2 wide receivers? They are filthy. And let's be real, Nick Sirianni is doing a pretty good job coaching right now. As we were killing him earlier, you got to give him credit. They are right now just winning. They are first in the NFC East with the tiebreaker over the Commanders. I mean, I can see, like you said, I can see Detroit slipping up. I could see the Eagles getting home field advantage. Let's not forget, it was 1992 the last time the Eagles started 8-2. Guess what happened? They went to the Super Bowl. So that 8-2 record's huge. I like the Eagles at number 5. And then this is going to be crazy. I'm putting the Chargers at 6 if we're going to go to 6. Because they're just getting better every week. They really are. Chargers, by the way, whenever they play the NFC teams, they smoke them. They basically own them. And then to think also, when I'm thinking about the NFL and like the best teams, I also have to say, like, Jalen Hurts also, I feel like, has got a good karma on his side this year.
Why is it?
Because did you see him go on, he went on, what, I think, Good Morning America? Which one's Strahan on?
I think that's GMA. I think that's Good Morning America.
He was on there this morning. And did you know, this is pretty sad and pathetic, to be honest with you. Like, I can't believe that he has to do this because it should be done. But I'm grateful that he's stepping up to do it. So every single touchdown he scores, it's touchdowns for air conditionings in the schools in Philadelphia.
What?
Yeah, man. I saw this and I was like thinking to myself, damn. Like, number one, great job. And there was so many people I was listening, they were talking about, yeah, man, Philadelphia, man, once these winters over and you have no idea, they don't have air conditioning, a lot of the schools, and you're melting. So he's putting them in, so it's touchdown. His foundation is touchdowns for ACs for Philadelphia schools. Which, again, is almost like When you build the school, why don't you put a damn AC in the joint?
I think because they think it's cold up there, they may not get that hot. That's cruel. What are they doing?
I mean, you freeze all year, and then right when you come out to freeze, you melt. How about ACs and heating units?
Yeah, that's
You know they got some heaters in that joint.
Oh, yeah, you have to. All that snow and blizzardy weather up there.
But, yeah, those are your teams right now in the NFL. Now, we got to take a little change of direction because it's about time to do a little bit of Hardwood where it just feels so good. And I'm going to tell you about Rick's powder coating. Have we ever talked about it? Yes. Do you know what powder coating is? I hope by now. It's like science. It's better than painting. It is going to change everything. I mean, ornamental iron. If you got if you're tired of going out there and spray painting your things that you lay on in the sun, what are those things called? What are they called? Tanning? No, man, lounge chair.
You can go with lounge chair.
I feel like it's got a real name though.
I think
Grab
it's
me
tanning bed.
this. No, it's not a tan bed because you don't close the joint and turn on the light. By the way, people still tanning them beds?
I believe so. That's why a lot of tanning places still sell them.
I thought they did all the spray tan now.
Tanning bed still, no. Backyards, tanning bed still in, man.
Well, I'll have to tell you something. I think Rick's powder coating is the best. They're more like spray tans than actually, because they last forever. They last a long time. And again, Rick's, automotive, ornamental, motorcycle, industrial, you name it, they got it. They can come a perfect color every time. It doesn't rust. It doesn't chip. Powder coating is flat out awesome. Give them a call at 901-367-2771 or just go to rickspowdercoating.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
I didn't think you had a chance of actually hitting that on time.
I know you don't. I'm awesome. I know you did.
I looked over.
I know you did.
You weren't even in the room, man.
I know you did.
I was like, where'd this fool go?
I know you did, man. And that was the whole point.
Well, I will tell you one thing. I talked a little bit about it earlier. I've been talking about it a lot. Paul Tyson, more viewers on the illegal stream. Over 60 million people watched it. More like the illegal stream that AB dropped out had more people watching it than the NBA playoffs. Not only did they have 60 million viewers for Netflix, they also broke the record at the gate with 18.1 milli, which beat the previous record of 9 milli from Canelo Alvarez. That's just blowing my mind. And again, I guess I can't say boxing's dead if that many people are gonna tune in. And I still think it was I don't think it was real. I mean, you definitely have to think it was fake, right?
No, it was real.
Man, Mike Tyson did not throw a single uppercut in that fight. You go back and watch a lot of them conspiracy theorists on the TikTok and X. You can see him coming out in the first round, boom, 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 and all of a sudden Jake Paul comes up and hugs him, tapped him. The rest of the time, Mike didn't throw a single uppercut. There were so many times where Paul missed and he could have countered, and he didn't even throw a punch. I think it was BS. But let me tell you something, Mike. If somebody said, hey, if 58 years old, you can make $20 million, all you got to do is make sure you lose in the ring. He says, I don't care about ego. I don't care about legacy, but I do care about $20 million. 20. Give me that money.
Could you knock out an old man boxing?
Man,
could you knock out someone 30 years older than you boxing? That's what was happening.
No, dude, he didn't get knocked the bleep out.
Would you fight one? Someone is 30 years older than you?
I mean, I feel like that's elderly abuse.
That's what it was. So it was real. It's just, I don't think Paul went full force, man. And neither did Mike for that notion. He did look different. Looked like he was holding a little bit back, but I think it was legit. 8 rounds, though, 2 minutes. Gloves a little different.
I smell BS, baby.
You smell BS.
I smell it all over the place. So one thing I can smell is BS, and I think that was straight up BS. Especially all those poor people who bet on Tyson plus 225.
Nostalgia, baby. I didn't do it, and I'm a nostalgia person.
They weren't giving money away.
Yeah, Vegas raked in, man.
Well, you know how the world is changing pretty quickly. Woke was in for a while. Now everybody knows go woke, go broke. Men playing in women's sports hadn't been the most famous topic, especially not on these airwaves, because I'm not a fan of teas, because you're liars and mentally ill. Like, come on, bro. We talk about mental health all the time, and then all of a sudden we're like, nope. You want to be a little boy and you're a little girl, go right ahead. You're a little girl, you want to be a little boy, or little boy, then just whatever. No, and
Go
no.
right ahead.
I will never be able to pop a baby out. Now I can contribute into making a couple, but it ain't coming out between my legs, you know what I'm saying?
Science hadn't got there, good sir.
Man, no, but no, here's another thing, though. Here's a lawsuit that's now been filed, and I don't know if you've been playing to this. San Jose State, their volleyball team this year, is allowing a dude to play on the volleyball team.
That's,
Yeah, have you seen this?
No, but, with a little girl that plays sports,
No, dude, I don't want my daughters, my
Thank you,
granddaughters, any of my I don't want my...
It's an automatic competitive advantage. Automatic.
It's just, I mean, like, no. No, and no. But here's the thing. They were allowing it to happen, and now guess what? They are going to court because not only has almost everybody in the Mountain West Conference jumped onto this lawsuit, but even San Jose State's volleyball captain, Brooke Slusser, who's on the team, is suing her own school for allowing them to violate Title IX rights. Do you not remember how big Title IX was for women's sports? And then we're going to run this bad boy, and then all of a sudden we're like, no. We're going to get rid of Title IX because little Johnny thinks he wants to be a Jill. But little Johnny is bigger than all the Jills out there. No. And it's kind of interesting to see that even one of their own players is suing them. Like, I didn't expect that bad boy, did you?
Yeah, because it's
I'm
about
just talking
beliefs,
about backlog. No, what I'm just saying is, like, not many young people who are in college want to be on the face of anything, especially out there in San Jose, I'm sure that's a very liberal.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's taking a lot of heat.
Yeah.
But she went out there and said, no, man, this ain't about heat. This is just about right and wrong.
Yeah. It's about competitive interest, man. Equality. Like, no, Lil Jon. Play against Darian and Brian.
Hey, I don't know if you know, you already have a category,
Yes.
you idiot.
Yes. Like, yeah.
Seriously.
Like
that whole Leah Thomas, remember when she goes down there and
Absolutely.
breaks every single women's freaking record?
And I wonder how.
545th NCAA ranked male then switches.
Yes.
After he's 20 years old, and is like, hey, my junior year, I decided I'm going to compete in women's sports. Or was it even it was his senior year. 3 years he did it against the men, and then he's like, nope, I'm hopping in the pool with the girls.
And was at least 6 inches taller than the
Every
shortest.
single one of them.
Yes.
And they had to share a locker room, and he's out there gotten beans and franks. You know what I mean? It's just weird. I'm not going to call it out, but I switched gyms because one of the gyms I went into, Chaz comes in there and interrupts me when I'm doing my yoga, and I look at her crazy as hell. Like, woman, why are you walking up on me? You know I'm in the middle of yoga. I'm breathing. I am doing my stuff. She walks over and just stares at me and finally I'm like, what? She's like, I don't know. I got to leave because I got to pee real bad. So I'm like, dude, just go to the damn restroom. I can't. I'm like, why? There's some 6-foot dude sitting just butt naked in the women's locker room. So I go to the front desk yo, walk up there. There's already 3 other ladies who are complaining. I complain. They tell me they can't do anything because he identifies as a female. And I said, dude, does he have beans and franks?
Wow.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
He does. And then guess what? Of course, a lot of people at the damn gym. People finally waking the bleep up.
Wow, man.
Yeah, that was annoying. But I will tell you something. I don't know if you know, we talked about the Malice at the Palace. Pickleball, they say, is the fastest growing game right now. Pickleball's growing faster in American sports than basically anything.
Oh, it is. I was in Jacksonville last year, and it is huge.
Still haven't played it. Because, again...
You'll get older and you'll start playing it. It's an old man's game.
Well, I don't know if I want to play. Did you see like that footage of this weekend? Like they had a pickleball tournament and this dude drop kicked another dude in the face. It was pretty nuts. It was pretty nuts. Got a few other stories that I was going to touch on. Now, I did have a lot of texts. My buddy Bob, who I hope didn't listen to me talk about Tennessee and Alabama earlier today, text me, would you fight someone for $40 million? I would fight anybody, actually. I would absolutely fight him. And by the way, Brian Dacus came in and said that he would fight Jake Paul. I still don't believe that. I do not believe that. But what I do believe is that on the other side, I'm going to teach you a little something about maybe I might have found something that you can get for a gift. Just make sure you order it by December 2nd. And what I'm talking about is cocoa mats. Palm fiber, bad to the bone, handcrafted it here in the United States. Custom-made auto mats, looking beautiful. They got so many. They got cocoa, they got checkers, they got wool, they got seagrass, they got echo. They got nylon, handmade to order, and they look truly pimped. In 2 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to get these bad boys, so do me a favor, don't you dare touch that dial. Jeff Allwine's on the other side from Cocoa Mats. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm, so tackle your toughest jobs with the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. This rugged side-by-side brings power to any party with reliable torque for towing and smooth shifting for the trails. And you can choose between 3 trails, Standard, Deluxe, or the True Timber Force Edition, equipped for ultimate backwoods adventures. See the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 today at DeSoto Honda, 5656 Newman Road in Old Branch. For safety measures,
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down and get it going slower. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression. Izervay gets GA going slower. Izervay or avacincaptad pegol is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today. Izervay gets GA going slower. Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Estella's Pharma.
Jenkins Floors and More invite you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors in Little Rock, Cleveland, Mississippi, and now open in Horn Lake at 2356 West Goodman Road. Specializing in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds, Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a little two-stepping Tuesday. Grizzlies down at the Grindhouse tonight. A little NBA Cup group play. Got the Golden State Warriors. Denver Nuggets. Dang, man.
I'll be down there.
The Nuggets. No Jokic, though, right?
No, sir.
No problem, baby. We got this, John. Got this. We also got all kinds of stuff. College Football Playoff Committee, the selection show comes out. Going to be dropping the top 25. Everybody's going to freak out. It's going to be absolute lunacy. I know Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, everybody are freaking out in the SEC. Big Ten looks pretty chalky. I mean, Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana. But the ACC, Big 12, probably in just getting one. Boise State's going to jump in that bad boy. We're going to find out a little bit more, but we still got a lot of football to play. But I got to remind you, Thanksgiving's around the corner, and you know what's right after Thanksgiving? The holidays, baby. You got Christmas. You got Hanukkah. Gift giving like it's going out of style. If you can't think of a good gift, man, I got you. Have you heard of Coco Mats? You need to check them out at cocomats.com. We're going to be joined by Jeff Allwine like right this minute. First and foremost, Jeff, what's up? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Man,
thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. I'm blessed beyond belief. You a big sports fan?
Well, I work a lot.
I got you.
You own your own company. It's a tough road to hoe. But yeah, I am. I also love sports as much as I can.
I'm going to tell you, this college football playoff stuff is crazy. Week 12 of the NFL's in the wraps. You got MLB awards, NBA, NCAA basketball. We've been busy. But again, people get so busy during the holidays. And again, when you're focusing on all the things that are going on around you, it's sometimes hard to forget. People wait to the last minute. I don't want you to wait to the last minute. You need to place your order by Monday, December 2nd to guarantee the delivery in time for the holidays. Great gifts. I got my own Coco Mats. And again, tell everybody, these bad boys, you own the company, handcrafted, made to order, custom-made auto mats. What do you think separates your company from others?
Well, we brought back the original Coco Mats. Coco Mats used to be in the European cars. They were the original auto mat back in the 50s and the 60s. They were a great mat. They went over, back then they would have rubber on the floor, so they put these Coco Mats in there. And they're made from the fibers from coconuts, the husk of the coconut, and they're very durable, colorful. They just look great, and they work. So we brought them back in the mid-'90s and put the rubber backing on them. And it's just a nice, solid mat that hides the dirt. It looks great. It has a retro look to it. So that's what we did, and we've been doing it ever since. And it's kind of taken a life of its own, which is really nice. People love it.
It kicks it up a notch again.
It does.
I got Chaz got a new car, brand new car. When we talked to each other, and our buddy Ross, and I was talking about this. I was talking about my old school Jag and her new Mercedes, and we're thinking to myself, this, and this is what we need. But my original thought was like, man, I just got this brand new car. My Maz's looking good. Mercedes don't give out the cheapest thing in the world. And then when they arrived, I said, damn. I didn't know Mercedes went cheap on anything, but compared to these mats, it's so much different. It pops. My buddy Matt, who's got a Lexus, was like, man, how do I get these? I told him cocomats.com, put in your order. But yeah, they are on a big time step above.
Yes, it's old school, like you said. You get the package and you get it in delivered to you, and you think, man, this got some weight to it. Where you get to the factory, whether it's BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, they're nothing. They don't do anything. But these, you got some mats in there. They're doing their job.
Yeah, and by the way, you got BMW, Mercedes. I mean, y'all do everything. They're all like you said, custom. When somebody goes to cocomats.com and they want to put in their order, exactly what takes place?
Well, they go to the website, they pick the color. That's the first thing they do. And if they're not sure of the color, they can send us an email or go online and order a couple different swatches so they can, because we have not only cocoa, but you had mentioned earlier, we have sisal, we have wool, we have seagrass. Our biggest seller is the cocoa, and that's what we are known for. But we can send swatches out because sometimes you'll have an interior of a car, and it might be, might put a black and gray in there, or do you want a solid black, or do you want black and red, or do you want black and blue? So there's a lot of things. So that's the first step you can do is make sure you know what color you want. And then on the website, it just walks you through your year, make, and model of the car and how many pieces you want and so on and so forth. And then you go down, you order it, and that's it. And but we want people to be really happy, so we love sending out swatches. A lot of times with like the Jaguar, we might even have to send out a sample, a pattern, so they check it out and make sure, because all cars, the early cars were made the same, but they're not all identical. The carpet kits are different and things are different. So we do real custom. We'll send you out a pattern. You can modify it, send it back to us. We'll make it exactly like you sent us the pattern. So it makes a really, really custom fit.
And again, this is something that I think is great for a brand new car. I think if you got an old car, like mine's older, it is great for that car and any car. And again, it's perfect for the holidays. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it really is. And it's so easy because you go online, you order it, you put in all your information, bing, bang, boom, and it arrives. And guess what? You didn't have to leave the crib. You could have done it from your phone.
That's right. Make it really easy for you.
Now,
in fact, a funny, quick little story, Johnny, is when I first started out, we didn't have any pattern. We were talking about the pattern. And I thought, man, I got this product. I got the material by mistake. I lived in California at the time, but I was praying to get into something. And so I call it my divine intervention. I got this coconut fiber, and I had these when I was a kid in some Porsches. And so one thing led to another. I got some material back in, and we found the factory in India. But the one thing I didn't realize is that we didn't have any patterns. So there's thousands of patterns out there. So when I first got it, I was so excited that we were getting the business. And, well, the guy has a Mercedes E-Class, 1985. Heck, well, what's the size? So over the years, it's taken us to get all these patterns. But at the beginning, I was so overexcited and didn't realize, every car is different. So a little bit of a funny story.
the other, I bet that was, so you started this when? Back in the early 90s?
96. Yeah,
1996
out of Agoura Hills, California. We lived out in California.
The thing about them is not only are they durable, they look super fresh, they're awesome. The one thing is they're easy to clean. I mean, they are easy to clean. I think that's one of the best things. Plus, heck, you even have instructions on CocoMats.com that just tells you how easy it is to clean.
All you do is take them out, shake them, hit them against the wall, and put them back in again. That's really all you got to do.
It is real easy. And it's all about how durable they are and everything. We're talking with Jeff Allwine. He owns CocoMats. He's been doing it. This is USA made. This is custom.
Absolutely.
This is clean. This is beautiful. Where are y'all located now?
We're in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Like I said, we started in Agoura Hills, California. We moved to Connecticut. We were there for about 10 years, and then we were growing. So we thought, well, where can we go? Well, they had the sewing experience down here. They had a lot of factories that moving overseas with the sheets and stuff like that. So we came down here. We got a building down here, and we got a lot of workers, and it worked out really well. We've been down here since 2006, I think, so almost 20 years.
Well, again, go to CocoMats.com, place your order. It's very simple. You can get Coco Mats, checker mats, seagrass, wool, nylon, vinyl. You name it, they got it. All made to order, all custom made for your car, all fit perfectly when you get it. And again, they're the easiest mats to clean, and they are going to last forever. Jeff, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the holidays, and we'll do it again, my friend.
You too. Thanks a lot, Johnny. Nice meeting you, and have a great day.
Thank you. That's my buddy Jeff, man. CocoMats. I do have to admit, man, didn't think the Mercedes could look any better.
You didn't think Mercedes made cheap stuff?
Until I looked at their mats, yeah. Like everything else, I mean, the damn car drives itself. You know about that, right?
There's one of those deals that parks by itself and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm scared of those.
Dude, that's what I had to get for Chaz just to feel safe.
I'm scared of those.
Scared of her behind the wheel and not having automatic stuff.
That's what great men do for their ladies, man. That's why you're a Hall of Fame Johnny.
What are you buttering me up for?
That's why you're a Hall of Fame. Because I want a Christmas gift. You didn't just hear yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Christmas gift. You're like, hey, get these mats. I got a car, you know.
That's right. Yeah,
It tends to get me here from Frontier and Olive Branch all the way down here.
Yeah, you down in the OB, baby. Down in the OB. We've been talking a lot about college football, playoff committee, all the SEC action, NFL Week 12 wrapped up, NBA games going on tonight. But what are we going to bet on, man? What are we going to bet on?
Besides Travis Hunter winning the Heisman? Let's see.
Oh, now you, listen. Right now, I ain't laying 4-1 odds.
I know. I got that plus 700 going.
Yeah, baby. Dude. There ain't no way in hell. I'm just not.
I was really cheap with that. When I tell you the amount of that bet, like, especially if he wins, it's gonna make me look so stupid.
But you'll still be happy. He's probably gonna be like $10. You're gonna get $70.
I put two. Like, you know how you have like you make your bets or whatever. You have that little loose amount. It was like 247 left. I put 247 down at plus 700.
You know, that's honestly going to make you a little agitated.
I know it is, because if I were to put some real scratch down like I normally do, because right now I can cash it out at $15. If that was 20, that would be $150. So on and so forth.
Dang, you almost did it. We haven't even talked about, by the way, one other thing before I jump into this in our bets. We didn't really talk much. What's that like? Did you see what happened in Dallas last night? Like where the part of the roof fell down?
Yep. Part of the roof fell down. Then another piece looked like it wanted to fall. So NFL security made the Dallas Cowboys get on that little catwalk up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, those dudes walking up on that bad boy.
Yeah, and I was looking to see, was he like harnessed or something? No, he was not. Like, those guys are brave. But they had to like kind of bolt it to the side or something until the game was over. Make sure it didn't fall on anyone. And they had to close the roof. So it looks like their season is closed. The roof is closed. Jerry's brain is closed. Like, you know.
Did you know that Jerry said on his radio show that since we won our Super Bowl, our last Super Bowl with Barry Switzer, we're the 6th winningest football team in the NFL. Bro, did you say the 6th winningest team?
Of all
but
time,
you have not made it to an NFC championship game or
No,
Super Bowl ever since?
No, I'm surprised you didn't catch the portion of that. He said, we hadn't made it to a championship game, but we've been around the rim.
Around the rim. Damn. Jerry.
A lot of rims he could have been around, but the NFC championship ain't one.
Teams falling apart, stadiums dropping things on peeps, trying to kill them. He's talking crazy and damn his. Why are you talking all the time, Jerry? Why don't you talk less and tell, hey, man, follow my example, Micah Parsons. You talk less on your podcast.
I know we all thought it, Johnny. I think, in all honesty, he's going to die in this situation. Like, not necessarily a bad situation, but in control, hell or high water, his way. I think he's going to die, that owner GM. He's not going to give this up.
My way or the highway.
Yep.
All the way.
I think that's where Jerry Jones is headed with it. Because last night got bad, man. I mean, it was ugh.
Well, it was ugly, but Week 11's wrapped up. Week 12 kind of doing a little quick look ahead, man. On Thursday night, we got the Steelers and the Browns. Line is a little bit weird. Yes, I know the Steelers win close, tight games.
Another division game, though. Throw that
3.5. 3.5. Steelers only a 3.5 favorite against the Browns. And didn't Taysom Hill just run rough shot all over the Browns?
Yes, he did. Where are they at?
By the way, did you see all the Jameis Winston? I do have to say, man, people do like that dude. Like, did you see almost every single coach and player for the Falcons came over and hugged him?
Everybody likes him. He's always been like he's one of those guys that'll be the president of the union one day or something.
He's a good dude. I will say it's kind of crazy when he stole some crab legs, how crazy it got back at Florida State. You remember that?
Crab leg.
I do have to say, if you're going to steal something from the store, crab legs is a good way to go.
And if he would have got NIL, he wouldn't have had to steal, people.
Oh, that's a good point, man.
Yeah, man wasn't getting any scratch from Florida State, man.
Another look-ahead game that I'm going to think to myself about, do I lay this? Washington. I mean, the Cowboys are terrible. I should have taken the Texas and laid the 7.5. That would have been simple. But I'm stupid. Also, yesterday, what did Jake Crane say? Joe Mixon anytime touchdown. Man had 3 of them. Had 3 of them. But looking ahead, Commanders laying 10 right now against the Cowboys. I like that. I like that a lot. The 49ers against the Packers. Talk about a desperate 49ers
Take the
football
pack.
team.
Take the pack.
I mean, if the 49ers lose, you basically, I mean, I know there's some crazy stuff.
Take the pack.
NFC West is nuts. You got the Arizona Cardinals 6-4. Then you have the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers, all 5-5 in the division. So technically anybody could win it. But damn, San Francisco doesn't need to drop another game.
But we will. We're dropping this one, this Green Bay one, and we're dropping next week to the Bills.
And then, you know, the game that I think is the most fascinating, speaking of the NFC West, Cardinals on the road to the Seahawks. Geno Smith, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, by the way, has been posting some stuff to his little social media. Did you see him yesterday in New York?
He's in New York right now?
Or was it this? I think they were off. Man, weren't they just off? I know I watched it. I didn't look at the date exactly. But I think it's kind of funny. Kyler Murray will walk up to pizza, like up to people.
Yeah, they had a buy.
Yeah, they were on a buy. So he went to New York City last week. He's chilling in New York and goes up to people and talks to them about New York pizza that he's trying and food that he's trying. And nobody knows he's Kyler Murray. Even though he introduces himself, I'm Kyler. What's your name, sir? Dude tells him his name. The dude's like, what's your name? Kyler.
Besides him winning the Heisman Trophy, John, New York is technically not his part of the country. I mean, he played at
Dude,
Oklahoma.
He did play at Oklahoma, but he's Mighty Mouse. He's running
Mighty
around like
Mouse.
a crazy person. And right now they're winning the NFC West.
But you know how New Yorkers are. This is my New York voice. New Yorkers care about New York. He's on the West Coast, man. He's a little guy to them. They care about DeVito.
Daniel Jones.
No, DeVito. That's who they know.
Danny DeVito?
No, the Italian Stallion.
Oh, Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito, yeah.
The quarterback that's now going to be replacing Daniel Jones.
In the Cooper Rush DeVito Bowl next
Who
Thursday.
do you think is disliked in New York more right now, Daniel Jones or Aaron Rodgers?
Danny. At least A-Rod came. Danny's a bust. And he's theirs, you know.
They got to own him.
Oh, yeah, they got to own him.
But you also got to own the fact that you brought over an Aaron Rodgers and y'all got worse. By the way, do you want to hear something crazy?
Shoot.
God, I still hope I have this. It was the winning percentages of the Jets' last 4 quarterbacks. And it was wild because guess who was the worst?
Probably his, and I can guess the best was Mike White.
I think it was. Zach Wilson was even better.
Because you're probably going Zach Wilson, Darnold, Mike White, and
Oh, yeah,
A-Rod,
Sam
right?
Darnold's was better. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Good job.
Come on, dude.
Pulling it out of your you-know-what.
That's
I
what
was
we
looking
do.
for my notes.
That's what we do, baby.
You know what I would tell you, man? My notes, when I write them down, are easier to keep up with them when I put them in my pocket on my phone. Because the amount of stuff in this thing is ridiculous. Like every time I see something, put it in the pocket. Put it in the pocket. But yeah, you were right. His winning percentage. Damn, Aaron. You are pathetic. That is a terrible.
It's kind of like Tyson. He's a hurt old man. I was trying to place those two together, Mike Tyson and A-Rod.
Hurt old man? I mean,
Yeah,
he's
hurt old man.
Dude, he's like 40.
Yeah, and if you tear your ACL, I won't see you for 2 years. Your Achilles or something.
I'm barely back from
tear your Achilles. I won't
breaking
see you
my
for 2
ribs
years.
and tearing my groin.
So
over
at least
weeks.
he came. So yeah.
At least he came.
Yeah, at least he came.
Is that what
to
she
New York.
said?
That's what she said, and that's what New York is saying. At least he came, man. New York, you're nuts. At least New York got a quarterback. At least they got a chance, man.
Well, Cardinals play the Eagles again for first place in the NFC West. Seattle's a 1-point favorite. Man, I'm loving this Cardinals team with Kyler Murray playing the way he's playing. I love James Conner. Like, how can you not like Marvin Harrison Jr.? Like, I just like this team. I'm rooting
Buda
for
Baker.
him. Buddha. Buddha's been
Baker, actually.
busting people's ass for a long time, hasn't he? On some bad teams, too.
This is with Patrick Peterson gone. Hall
When
of Famer
Buddha
gone.
came out of Washington, man, I knew that kid was going to light fools up.
You liked him back then?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Loved him. Also love making money. On the other side, it's time to find out what Johnny's gambling on. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Napa Cafe celebrates 26 years in 2024. Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I want to thank you for making us part of your dining experiences. Treat yourself tonight with a delightful dinner. Maybe start with an appetizer like our baked sweet peculiar peppers stuffed with goat cheese and mozzarella, finished with basil pistou, and move on to one of our cozy dishes like the double chocolate stout braised boneless beef short ribs with tonkatsu sauce and creamy mashed potatoes, or a fresh seafood dish like our pan-roasted ginger-buttered sea bass with cilantro soy vinaigrette. I get hungry just talking about it. Don't forget about dessert, our famous sweet buttermilk pie with brown sugar sauce, or drink your dessert with one of our signature dessert cocktails, like the lemon cheesecake martini, lemony, icy, frothy, and dusted with graham cracker crumbs. Napa Cafe, open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. For reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. Come join us as we celebrate 26 years of Napa Cafe. We can't wait to serve you.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. Picture you exploring across a fruited plain and also your new fire pit, which subsequently sets your gazebo ablaze. An even higher price estimate from your general contractor. It's a star-spangled bonus. It's also around-the-clock protection to run your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking.
Looking for an engagement ring that'll really knock her socks off? You need to be at Genesis Diamonds.
It's such a privilege at Genesis Diamonds for us to work with the world's finest designers, to be able to offer brands like Tacori and Verragio, and we're excited to be able to give you something nobody else can.
Genesis Vice President David Cooper,
The craftsmanship, the detail, the quality, the individuality is bar none better than anything else.
Genesis has been selected as an exclusive provider for every top designer from New York and California, with over 4,000 names to choose from. And if that's not enough, they can create something that's truly one of a kind.
We can custom craft you literally anything you can imagine. We have the capabilities to realize any dream you have. Things that other stores may call new, we've been doing for 3, 4, and 5 years already.
So don't settle for a ring with a stale design or a craftsmanship. You deserve.
I'm David Cooper from Genesis Diamonds, and I'm excited to see you in the show.
It's extended.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Man, let me just tell you something. We got NCAA basketball, Purdue and Marquette. We got NBA action. We got all kinds of stuff. College football playoff committee's coming out. But man, if I'm going to bet, I think I'm going to go with the Cavaliers. They're an underdog in the game. I kind of like Cleveland Cavaliers on the money line. I mean, I think that this team, who's playing better than Cleveland right now?
Nobody. Look at us thinking, look at that.
Nobody. And everybody's jumping all over Boston. They're at home. They shoot a lot of threes. And again, but damn, man, they needed overtime to beat Atlanta, a pretty bad Raptors team. Then they're going to be without Peyton Pritchard. He's a very productive bench player. I know a lot of people think I'm joking. I'm dead serious. And the Cavs already have an impressive three-point shooting number, too. They're at 44.2%.
So you taking them straight up?
Man, I'm taking money line. Like, why not? Cash that check, son. And I'm betting on Christmas Day. Let me tell you something. I know. You don't bet on the golden rule I have is don't bet on the NBA before Christmas Day. But damn it, sometimes you got to get a fix. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the NBA can be like methadone. Make sure you don't get sick. But also, like, in all honesty, too, and it's I bet on Memphis once this year. It was a terrible decision. That was when they were playing the Nets. It was ugly. But, man, I kind of like the Grizzlies tonight, too. I don't know if you know this. Denver, without Jokic, is not the same team. There's a potential. Like, how much chance do you think we get to see Ja tonight?
Oh, slim to none.
Slim to none?
Yeah. A lot of teams look different without their MVPs, Joe.
Yes, they do.
I look different without you.
Marcus Smart. Oh, so Ja's definitely out today. But he's right around. Every time I look at the Twitter, man, I'm about to be back. Ready to be back. Going to be back before you. Anthony Sane was so stoked. Ja retweeted his tweet.
Stoked.
My homie. What up, Anthony? Shout out. Grindfather of Grizz Twitter. Marcus Smart, game time decision. But, dude, Nuggets. Memphis. I mean, Memphis is a 4.5-point favorite right now.
Give it.
And
Just
yeah, the
give it.
Jokic is a game time decision, but he ain't playing.
See what they just did Sunday. We got Vince Williams back. Give it.
Now, I mean, I don't want you to bet on it right now. I would wait till right before just the tip, and make sure you find out who is playing and who is not.
Can you get a Hufector tonight?
I will say, though, I'm betting early. Like, right now, do you think that line continues to crawl for Boston? Like, do you think it continues to go in Boston's favor? It's already at 5.5.
Yeah.
You think it shoots up to 6, maybe 6.5?
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, then you know what you need to do then? You need to wait. Because right now, the money line, which is already fair, you're going to give me the Cavs plus 185? That bad boy is going to go up to plus 200 at least, don't you think?
Easy.
Garland, Spidey. I think they get off total at 233. Don't touch it. Just put your money where the Cavs are, and they're in Boston. First game tonight. It's also on TNT, so you can watch all the action. Go Grizzlies. Beat the brakes off of Denver tonight, please.
I love how Donovan Mitchell to you is just Spidey.
And then, damn it, College Football Playoff Committee, don't do nothing crazy. And everybody keep your fingers crossed that Notre Dame loses either to Army or USC so we can knock them out and get more SEC teams in. Get out there, make this world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Hungry for that delicious smash burger flavor? Dyer's Cafe is the original smash burger since 1912 and still smashing burgers in Collier, Mississippi.